So, German football did not become powerful overnight. At the start of 2000, Germany faced one of the darkest periods in its football history. Big tournaments ended early, legends were aging, and the world started to believe that German football has lost its edge. But instead of panicking, Germany did something unusual. They accepted failure and they rebuilt everything from the ground up. Across the country, football academies were created and restructured. Young players were trained and not just to run hard but to think faster. Coaches were educated, tactics were modernized, and discipline became the foundation of creativity. Germany stopped searching for stars and started creating systems that could produce stars again and again. This philosophy slowly reshaped the Bundesliga, which is the league of Germany, and young players were trusted in big matches, not protected on the bench. Teenagers were allowed to make mistakes, learn, and grow under pressure. The league became a place where intensity met intelligence, where pressing wasn't chaos, but organized aggression. Every pass had a purpose, every movement was calculated. As years passed, the result became impossible to ignore. Players like Neuer, Müller, Cruz, and many more didn't dominate football with tricks or flair. They dominated it with positioning, timing, and decision making, their abilities to pass. They were never the loudest players on the pitch. They were always there when the moment mattered the most. And that is the real story of German football. It isn't built on magic movements on or individual brilliance alone. It's built on structure, patience, and belief in a system. Because in Germany, football isn't just played; it's engineered, and engineered system don't collapse under pressure. They always win. German football was never meant to be beautiful in the traditional sense. It was meant to be reliable for decades. While the world chased flair and freedom, Germany focused on control and positioning. But when that control failed at the turn of the century, the country faced a brutal truth. Discipline alone was no longer enough. The early 2000s exposed the cracks, outdated ideas, slow players, and a system that had stopped evolving. Many footballing nations would have searched for shortcuts. Germany chose patience. Quietly, almost invisibly, the rebuild their rebuild began, and youth academies were designed not to produce strong runners but intelligent footballers like Zishan and what's the other? Yeah, Muller. Children were taught to understand space before learning how to dribble. Coaches stopped shouting instructions and started teaching solutions. The goal was no longer to win youth trophies, but to prepare players for pressure, responsibility, and decision making at the highest level. As you can see, what is the name of the player? I let me guess. It is Musiala, my favorite youngster. As this new generation rose, the Bundesliga transformed with them, stadiums filled with energy as young players were thrown into big matches without fear. In Germany, age stopped being an excuse. If you were good enough, you played. Mistakes were not punished, they were expected. The league became faster, sharper, and more intense, built on pressing systems that hunted the ball as unit rather than as individuals. This new German football did not rely on one superstar, it relied on 11 minds. Today, German football continues to evolve and its core remains the same. And German football was built to last.